All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Big day today. I'm gonna do a video about it, but we hit 1,000 subscribers today. Thank you guys so much. I have no idea. I got like 300 in the last 3 days. It's just unbelievable. Thank you guys so much. I can't believe it. Still, I just can't believe it. I woke up today and I cannot believe it. It's just crazy. But let's get into today's video because I'll do a whole video about that for you guys later. Think about doing a giveaway. I still got to nail down the giveaway. I think I'm just going to do like a straight up $50 gift card or something. $50 Venmo. I don't really know, to be honest, but it's Christmas. And yeah, I want to get back to you guys. So let's just get in today's video. We got the season starting tomorrow. So it's time to get out all of the prediction videos. If the videos seem a little repetitive right now, it's because the predictions they got to get in. I gotta get my predictions in. I want to see how they are looking back at it. If you guys saw my videos yesterday, you guys know I've got the Rockets winning the NBA Finals. All right, and to be quite honest, if you were to ask me, is James Harden getting traded? I would say definitely. Definitely, most likely. However, you guys know me. James Harden's yet to be traded. There's no need to just make a video unless that's the topic for the video, but that's not today's topic for the video. So we're just going to get some predictions in for the Houston Rockets based off of my pick for them to win the NBA Finals. I'll kind of break down why I think it. And I made a video yesterday on how he can beat the LA Lakers if you guys want to go watch that. So basically, our first 3 games, we play the Thunder, we play the Trailblazers, and we play the Nuggets. Now, a lot of people are coming out and saying, hey, man, pencil in those 2 games against the Trailblazers, pencil in that other game against the Nuggets. Christian Wood goes off. I saw a tweet last night saying, like, if Christian Wood goes 30 and 15 on Jokic, Harden's going to reevaluate. Personally, I don't think it's going to take that. I don't think it would happen that fast. So today, I woke up. Apparently, James Harden threw a basketball at Jayshawn Tate. It's just so goofy, honestly. I don't even really know what to think about it. It's just, I don't know if it's goofy. I don't know if it's like immature or if it's him being a leader. I have no idea. I don't know enough about the situation, so I'm not really going to report anything because I don't have all the facts yet. I haven't even done any research on it. I didn't even watch Swaggy's video about it yet, so I got to get on that later. Maybe I'll talk about it in stream or something. But yeah, the Houston Rockets, we've got a squad, baby. 30 and 15. I don't think that's enough that would convince James Harden to stay. However, our first 10 games, I'd say my genuine prediction is 8-2. I think we lose 2 of the first 10, and I think we split against the Lakers. But everyone's saying game 3 is the most important against the Nuggets. Well, I don't think James Harden can really be traded anytime soon. Doesn't seem, all the reports, it's so confusing. You got the Heat yesterday. It was like 2 days ago the Heat were, all in. Yesterday they are no longer interested. Today they're re-interested, but maybe it's Jimmy Butler. Who knows what's going on with the Nuggets. All I know is if the Rockets were actually given that trade, like MPJ, Jamal Murray, 2 first-round picks for James Harden, I think they'd take that in a heartbeat. Kind of same goes with like the Ben Simmons trade. Ben Simmons, Maxey, and Matisse for PJ, James, and they're giving us a couple first-round picks too. I think the Rockets would take those in a heartbeat. However, games 9 and 10, Los Angeles Lakers, I think those are clearly our 2 most important games. In fact, if we got blown out, I would say it's really bad. I don't think you can come back from a back-to-back blowout against probably the best team in the NBA. For James Harden's sake, I don't see that benefiting us. However, 8-2, you split with the Lakers. I just think that if it's so difficult for me to Guys, if you look at the first 26 games, if you look at our first 26 games, they're not that bad. Other than games 9 and 10 against the Lakers, I think we played the Nuggets a few times. That's really it. Like, to be honest, it's really it. You would be so surprised if you look at our schedule, or if you don't know our schedule right now. But I get that a lot in our stream or something. Like, I'll just be streaming, we'll kind of be talking about predictions, and everyone's like, you guys see our schedule? Like, it's low-key not that bad. So, I think that James Harden, in my opinion, will not be traded until near the trade deadline, just in general. So, you look at our first 26 games, I think the Rockets are easily going to win 20 of them. I think this is the best team that James Harden has ever had on the Houston Rockets, in a Rockets uniform. I don't think it's close. I think John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins are really going to just show a lot of people what they forgot about their games. So 20-6 at least, I think, is what our record is through 26. It's really hard for me to evaluate or to just think that James Harden's not going to evaluate the team at 20-6 and think, that's got to be it. Because the 76ers right now are ring or bust. That's really what it's ring or bust with Simmons and Embiid. The Heat, you got a genuine shot with the Heat. Like, you've got a real genuine shot with the Heat. But if the Heat aren't interested, especially if James Harden continues to act the way James Harden's acting, it's a major turnoff for GMs. So, you got the 76ers. The Raptors, not a huge fan of Pascal Siakam. I just don't think he does anything for us. You can't build a team around Pascal Siakam and expect long-term, dynasty. You just can't. I love Pascal Siakam, and I'm sure he could be a first option and, take his team very far. But I don't think you're going to win a championship building around Pascal Siakam, and that's it. Denver Nuggets, they've got a genuine shot as well. I mean, if you take out Jamal Murray and you give them James Harden, Nikola Jokic, you've got a real squad there. However, still, the only team out of any of those trades that I see making a lot of noise is the Miami Heat. If the Miami Heat aren't interested, well, James Harden can't really do anything. He could continue to act like a diva, which is only going to knock his trade value, which is not, we don't want that. The Houston Rockets, we do not want that. But basically what I'm trying to get at here is I don't see James Harden being traded for at least another month just because of the details. It seems just too difficult to have that happen. It seems too difficult to hash it out right now. Other teams, they're interested, then they're not interested. It just seems like a whole headache that I don't see James Harden being traded for at least another month. Well, that's another month of game time. And now let's take a look at our actual roster, because that's the beauty, that's the beautiful part about this team. James Harden's averaged 30 points for the last 3 seasons. James Harden's averaged nearly 30 points since 2012. Okay? John Wall, my prediction on John Wall, can't play in back-to-backs. He's going to be load managed, which is a great call, smart call for playoffs. I would say my prediction for John Wall, I want to say 20-10, I really do. But let's go 18-8 to play it safe. I'll go 18-8 John Wall to play it safe, which is still electric. 18-8, you're not going to complain on that. You really aren't. James Harden, he's definitely throwing up 30. There's no man this guy is not cooking. This team looks incredible when they play each other. Daniel House, I've kind of just stopped playing around with any trade ideas because I was playing around with a lot of trade ideas revolving PJ, Eric Gordon, Daniel House. Daniel House is a great role player on our team. I still think he can be upgraded. I still think we could. OG just got extended. I was really liking OG. Same with Isaac. Maybe like Will Barton. I'm still a fan of Otto Porter. But Daniel House is totally fine. Great role player. This is who I really want to talk about, Christian Wood. I've been making a ton of videos about Christian Wood. I've been saying 20-10, put it in pen nonstop. Christian Wood is going to be he's going to be a star. all right? And to be honest, I could possibly see him being an all-star this season. I really could. It really depends on how the whole conference does in general. But the thing about the Houston Rockets is you have two duos. Like, they really do have two duos. You got John Wall and Boogie and James Harden and Christian Wood. That's one more duo than most teams have. Some teams don't even have a duo. Take my Chicago Bulls. We don't have a duo. Well, the Houston Rockets have two duos. That's electric right there. So Christian Wood, 20 and 10, put it in pen. PJ Tucker, also would probably be our power forward. You know, PJ's fine, man. I don't really know what the deal is. I don't think that they're going to extend him. I don't really want them to extend him. Kind of hope he's in the trade for James Harden. However, if not, if we're not trading James Harden or he's not included in that trade, I still would prefer to get rid of him towards the end of the season or towards the end of the getting close to the trade deadline, unless we're actually, doing how I think we're going to be doing. And if we're doing that well, not really a need for him to go. If this team is meshing, James Harden is committed to this team, these exact players could help us get to that next level, to the championship. However, this is where you get a little interesting. Sixth man, Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon said he's fine coming off the bench. I like Eric Gordon coming off the bench. He says he would rather stick with one unit, which makes me wonder what's going to happen when John Wall sits. Because if you ask me, it would have been James Harden being point, Eric Gordon being shooting guard. But I don't think that they're going to do that. I think Eric Gordon's probably just going to be with the bench the whole season unless somebody were to get injured. I really like Eric Gordon coming off the bench. I still think he's one of our more important trade pieces. I love Eric Gordon, but his contract is bad. It's really bad. And unless Eric Gordon is having a decent year, I really, really still think it would be time to trade him. At least at the end of the season, man. His value's only going to go down if he has a bad year, most likely. That's just statistically true. So it's interesting. I'm a fan of keeping Eric Gordon for the time being. Definitely a huge fan. I want to see how it works. Eric Gordon's done a lot for Houston. He was the most important, one of our best players in the series against the Lakers in the bubble. All right. Next up, right behind you got Boogie Cousins. I think Boogie's gonna be a dog, man. I see Boogie. I mean, I don't really know minutes wise how many he's gonna get. I would have to say around 25. Definitely for the time being around 25. Nothing more, nothing less. They might go. Yeah, I'd say 25 is fair for like maybe even a month. 25 minutes to DeMarcus Cousins. If you ask me, I'd say I'm gonna go 17-8. I think that DeMarcus Cousins, he looks terrific, fellas. He looks terrific. He really does. And then behind him, we've got a whole bunch of valuable role players. Ben McLemore, David Nwaba, those two immediately come to mind. Jayshawn Tate as well, I think, is going to be very underrated. Bruno, Miss Gerald Green. I still think we're definitely going to make a move for a backup. I can't believe the Houston Rockets are actually going to go into this opening day with no backup point guard. I don't understand what's going on. I have no idea. But the three things, we've talked about this before, three things to target, the Houston Rockets should target if they were to make moves, if they were to make free agent additions, if they were to make trades. I would go backup point guard, another wing player, preferably if he's good on defense, like a good 3-and-D player. Buddy Hield doesn't really fit that. Kind of becoming less on the Buddy Hield train unless it was for Eric Gordon, because I just think with the ages, you really should make that swap if it's available. However, that's a topic for a different day because, not a lot of people agree with my Eric Gordon comments. So I see the Houston Rockets 20-6 at least. I'm going to go 21-5 just to be optimistic. I really think that they are going to be a special team. I think this is the best team that we've had with Harden. And I think that it's going to be known relatively soon that James Harden's best chance of winning this season, even in the long term, but specifically this season, his best chance is the team he's already on. Because I really think we're going to be that 1 seed for a little bit, play around with the LA Lakers, and I think we'll secure that number 2 seed. I really do. And like I said in yesterday's video, injuries, you never know. The Rockets, they need to stay healthy. That goes without saying. But other teams, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot on accident by getting injured. It's not their fault. But it's going to happen. It's part of the league. 70 condensed season, 72 games. We saw how it was with football. A lot of people are going to go down. If the Rockets stay healthy, I think it's their year.